Project X and AlphaTicks has had so many great updates. I felt like the old videos were a little outdated, but if it's your first time with us, no worries. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of Project X's platform here today. You might know it as AlphaTicks. AlphaTicks has been generated by the team at Project X. Maybe you've heard of it at some other firms out there, Top Step X, some other firms have different names for it. Their team are the ones that have developed it and put so much great work into this platform. So without further ado, let's dive into it and talk about some of my favorite features, as well as help you navigate the platform a little bit. So first things first, up here in the left corner, we just have my chart ticker here. You can see I have MNQ up here. That is micros, and then I have my order card on the right side of the screen. For those of you that are more basic traders out there, this is truthfully all you're going to need. I'm not somebody that trades from the DOM frequently, but we can go over how you can actually add that, and if you want to trade from it. The main thing why so many traders have an easy time transitioning to AlphaTicks is going to be it has the one-click trading feature that so many of you are used to on MetaTrader. So obviously this is, in my opinion, a much prettier platform than MetaTrader. The charts are a lot nicer. They are TradingView charts. It is not a full integration, so you can't have custom indicators, for example, but the charts are nice and pretty like we're used to on TradingView. So let me just show you what that click and drag feature looks like. We're going to go ahead here, make sure MNQ is on my order card, because if it is different from my chart and my order card is executing on another chart, I won't see the position at all. Let's go ahead and we'll take one MNQ long. So we can see I actually do have it to tick setting here, which I'll show you in a second, but I can just click and drag for my stop loss and my take profit. So again, that is something so many of our traders that are coming over from the Forex space fall in love with because they're so used to on MetaTrader. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why every trading platform in the world doesn't have this opportunity or the ability to do this, but it's definitely my favorite part of AlphaTicks and Project X is that one-click trading feature here. So that's how we can set our stop loss and take profit the fastest way, and in my opinion, the easiest way for most traders out there. But let's go ahead and close this position. If I wanted to, of course, I would be able to set limit orders on either side of a position if I want to. And you can see my order types are in here that I can then set a stop market, a limit for a take profit, or a trailing stop if I wanted to, just so you guys can see what that looks like. You can see I can do trail distance based on ticks there, and I can choose my number of contracts. So pretty typical as far as an order card goes, probably something you guys are used to at other platforms, but in case you're not, there you go. That is what an order card looks like. So now let's jump into some of the features of what else makes AlphaTicks so special. And to me, that is going to be your risk settings. So first of all, yes, Project X does have a built-in copy trader. So those of you coming over from the CFD side of things, you may not merge accounts here at Alpha Futures, maybe the way you could at Alpha Cap or other firms out there. You cannot merge accounts, but you can copy trade across all three of your accounts you have at once with us here. So that's where you would do it here. You would choose your lead account and you would choose follow accounts after. You can see I don't have any follow accounts here, but that is where I select them. Now let's talk about the risk settings though. So this is something, again, why I think Project X is more powerful than some other options out there is going to be because of the risk settings. So overall, I can set some risk brackets if I want, like every single trade to only risk $100 and to profit $200. You can see I can click right here to automatically apply these risk settings to all new positions. Click that right there when I want to. If I don't want it anymore, we can just delete these and it won't be enabled on the account. Something I really like is going to be our personal daily loss limit and our personal daily profit target. So we've all been not victims of overtrading, but offenders of overtrading. This is something that Project X has clearly thought about that traders struggle with, and how can they create solutions for it. That's going to be in here, guys, in our account risk settings. So I can set my personal daily loss limit on the account already. For a qualified account, is going to be $1,000 on a 50K like I have here. But let's say I want it smaller than that. I can just set my personal daily loss limit to $300. Then I can choose what I want the system to do. You can see do nothing. That obviously takes away from the entire point we're trying to get at here, is that the system actually helps me and forces me to be disciplined. But for whatever reason, if you want to be not liquidated and nothing happens at your personal daily loss limit, you have the ability to. That is the default setting on these. But then we can liquidate, which would just exit me from my position as soon as I lose $300. Or the best option here, in my opinion, is going to be the same as our daily loss limit rule, which is just liquidate and block you until the next day. That is definitely the most powerful feature we have here. Those of you that struggle with risk management, if you just had a very profitable day the day before, there's no reason to give all those profits back. Go ahead and set a personal daily loss limit on yourself. You can set that to any value and use this liquidate and block feature, because that will keep you from giving those profits back or going on tilt, trying to get back to positive. So a feature I really, really recommend everybody take advantage of is going to be the personal daily loss limit. Now you'll notice this little enable trailing here. What does that mean? So you guys can see here, we can get a little info in this question mark icon here. So we can see the trailing daily personal lot limit trails the highest balance reached after enablement, allowing for a dynamic drawdown from the most recent peak. That is a mouthful. Those of you that are familiar with intraday trailing drawdown, like on some of the challenges out there in the prop space, our drawdown is end of day based. Those out there that it marks equity highs and trails them, this is essentially what you will change your personal daily loss limit to. You might be saying, why would I make drawdown harder on myself? This is great for people that are already in profit for the day and don't want to give profits back, right? Like let's say my account's up $1,000 on the day. I don't want to give that 1,000 back, so I'm willing to take another trade, but I really don't want to let it come back and go to break even or even give back any of those profits. I can set my personal daily loss limit to trailing mode, which the second that trade hits a $400 peak, if it comes back to only a $100 gain, that will liquidate me and block me for the day. So a great feature for those of you that are already in profit. I would say look into the enabling intraday trailing drawdown. If you're just starting the day out, I don't think this makes sense for most people to enable, because then you're basically just making drawdown a little bit harder on yourself, the way we see so many firms out there that actually have this as their default trailing drawdown mode. As I said, we use end-of-day trailing drawdown here at Alpha Futures, way easier to navigate. So I only recommend enabling this if you're already in profit for the day to protect those profits. Then on the other side here, the more positive side of our personal limits is going to be the personal daily profit target. So again, the same way we overtrade and put ourselves into drawdown, there are times that we are actually in profit and then continue to overtrade and go back to break even or negative on the day. Been there, happened plenty of times. Why I really like Project X too, it allows me to set a personal daily profit target. So those of you that maybe struggle with the consistency rule or something at the beginning, on your qualified account, let's say I want to withdraw when I hit $10,000 in profits. That means I would set my personal daily profit target to match a 40% consistency. Just put it right at $4,000. This is when the system, again, I can choose whether I want it to do nothing, liquidate my position, or liquidate and block. A great feature to keep you disciplined as well as help you actually execute on the consistency rule. If you have a profit in mind that you'd like to withdraw at, great way to keep yourself in check and also keep you from over trading. Some people might only have that set to a risk reward. Like if I have $300 for my personal daily loss limit, maybe I only set my personal daily profit target at $600 and operate at 2-to-1 truly on the count day to day. That's fine. Or if I want to make sure I am operating within the consistency rule, go ahead and put it at a value that makes sense for whatever profit target you have in your head for when you want to withdraw. So another nice feature there to keep you from over trading. Some other things here, these are very, very new updates. Awesome one here, again, just talking about over trading. I'm sure there's times when you wish, man, I took 3 trades on the day. I shouldn't have taken any more. I just didn't have the discipline to stop myself. You can see right here, we can put our maximum trades per day, type in whatever value we want, let's say 10. And we can also limit my maximum trades per week, which let's go ahead and say that's 30. You can see it gives me the real-time update here as well, how many trades I actually have remaining on the day and the week. So again, just helping you guys limit with over trading. I've not seen a platform out there as powerful as Project X, truthfully. And our most recent update here is actually going to be our symbol block. So I recommend this for beginner traders. Those of you that have no idea what the difference is between micros or mini contracts, I would say genuinely block the mini contracts. You can see like ES here is a full mini. I would say block the ES, right? And you can see I can actually add a block. You can see it's listed here in my current blocks, and I can remove it whenever I want. But you can see like I can search up MES. That would be allowed to be traded. That is a micro. So those of you that maybe are getting confused on what size you should start with, I do recommend all beginners start with micros rather than the full mini contracts. And just to make sure you don't accidentally take a mini contract, you can come right in here and block those symbols. So again, have not seen anything like this in the trading space at all in my experience over the last 6 years of trading. So powerful that is keeping you on your evaluation, on your qualified account, and keeping you from over trading. I really have not seen any platforms that give traders so many tools like this. So really, really great stuff. So that kind of covers our risk settings here in AlphaTicks, thanks to Project X. Just amazing stuff. And you can see I can also set my personal lockouts over here on times. So again, I don't trade the Asian session or the London session very well at all. So I can go ahead and lock myself out for the day. You can see I can also set custom 1 hour all day, 15-minute lockouts here. So let's say I just went on tilt. I've not breached the account, but I need to step back, take an hour break or 30-minute break, or even lock myself out for the day. I can do that at any time. And again, it will keep me out of the account for the specified amount of time all day. That will keep you until market open again at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you do click all day, just know that is when your account will open again. It's as if you hit daily loss limit. Or if I just need a 15-minute break, like I feel myself about to go on tilt, really just need a couple minutes to collect my thoughts, I can do that as well. And just so you guys can see, that is also accessible at all times on your chart. You don't need to go into risk settings to do that. I can just hit this little exclamation point up here. That is my manual lockout. And you can see I get the same pop-up here of a custom time, a 15-minute, a 30-minute, 1 hour, or all day. I usually use all day personally. And you can see before I hit yes there, or actually lock myself out for the video's sake, I do get kind of a confirmation message here like, yes, definitely lock me out, or no, cancel. We'll hit no cancel for now because we're going to continue doing the video. But that's our risk settings there. Again, I've not seen anything this powerful in the trading space, truthfully. So Project X has done a fantastic job with it. Thank you guys so much for enabling me as a trader, as well as all of our traders here at Alpha Futures with those risk settings, because it truthfully is the best in market, in my opinion. Now let's go into some more of the components and just helping you navigate the platform a little bit. I know we just spent a couple minutes there on the risk settings, but I want you to understand how powerful they are. But just for help navigating your platform. So overall, we can see I have MNQ up and I have my order card. I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys if you are using depth of market. Not something I use to trade personally, but a lot of traders do. Let's go ahead and just add it on my screen here. Okay, I have the depth of market added here. You can see right now my chart. Let me get that closed, the add components. My chart, my order card, and my DOM are all different here. Okay, how do I link them all together in case I want to place a trade? I think I'm looking at ES, but I actually have MNQ open on my order card or open on my DOM. That's obviously going to be an issue when you're meaning to execute on one contract and you get filled on the other. So what we can do here is going to be using the chart link feature. Okay, you can see on my chart here, I have this little blue dot. Let's say I want to edit it. We'll use blue for this. I come in here, I can change my color on the inputs. We're going to keep blue here because that's what I have up. So we can see this blue dot on my chart. That means it is ready to be linked to other features within the platform. So let's go ahead to my order card. Let's also set that to blue. We can see, okay, that's at MNQ. And now let's come to my DOM. I'm going to, again, need to change that link. Look what it just did. My contract changed in DOM. So now if I go to ES, you can now see, look, my order card, my depth of market, and my chart all changed together. So that chart linking feature, very, very useful. You'll notice there was also multiple colors there. So if I wanted to trade multiple assets, right, I would just be able to come and change this. Let's say I have MNQ as blue and I have my ES as red. I'd be able to change the colors if I want to. I do think having them all just the same color and changing whichever contract you want on the chart is the most realistic way. Most traders will use it, but if you are somebody that's trading a ton of different assets and likes color coding them, you can do that too with this chart link feature we just went over. But you can see now, this is what keeps my order card, my DOM, and my chart aligned here, is making sure my link chart feature is on all of these components. All right, everybody, that's a general platform overview. Again, the risk settings, the risk tools, I think are truthfully the best in market. I love that click and drag feature too myself on Project X. That's how they've kept me around as a trader personally, is because I haven't found other trading platforms that have that simple one-click trading besides them and MetaTrader. Project X is obviously a much prettier platform, though, much better charts in my opinion, but some very nice features, obviously, when it comes to just our chart settings here too. But yeah, guys, those risk settings are definitely my favorite. If you have any additional questions, please go ahead, drop them in the comments. I'd be glad to answer them. But guys, if this video was helpful at all, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video.